Is the latest release of iOS 11 actually the fastest one, or is it slower than the previous version of iOS? Let's find out in today's video. Hey guys, this is Apple Facts channel here, and in today's video we're gonna be taking a look at the speed and the differences between the version iOS 11.2 and the iOS 11.1.2, which was the previous version installed on this iPad. I know that it does not matter, or basically it doesn't really matter when we're comparing these two versions, but I'm using here the iPad mini 4. Maybe I'll also do like a speed test on the iPhone, but this time I decided to go for the iPad. And in today's video I will be comparing these two versions on the very same iPad. So I'm gonna perform a quick speed test, I'm gonna mark the results, and then I'm gonna install the update and perform the very same thing one more time. So let's get it started. So here we are, and actually as you can see I'm having here the iPhone X right next to the iPad, and I'm gonna turn on the stopwatch right here. First of all, I just hop inside the settings here on the iPad in order to show you that this device is running the iOS 11.1.2. I'm not showing it to you right now, I'm just showing you that the 11.2 update is available. So if I come back and go to the About section right here, you can see that the 11.1.2 is the current version of the iOS running on this iPad. By the way, this is iPad mini 4, but you probably know about that already. So let's just get started with the speed test. Every time I'm doing some kind of speed test, I just always mention that it doesn't make sense to close out all of these applications right here, but I just have to do it because there may be people who just really care about it and just want to see clear results. I'm gonna turn off the AirDrop right here, so receiving off. I can also turn on the airplane mode, but I'm not sure if it really matters. All that matters is that it just needs to be the same after the update. So we can turn it on if you want to, but we have to turn it on as well once the iOS 11.2 will be installed on this iPad. So let's, for example, open up the News application and let's start it in 3, 2, and 1. Let's get out of this application and also close it out in the multitasking panel in order to keep the results fair and everything will be correct. So let's come back to the home screen and let's try another application. This time let's go for the clock application right here in 3, 2, and 1. And this time let's take a look at the iMessage application. Of course I don't have it set up, but that doesn't matter because it won't be set up even after the update, so the results will be comparable and we're going to be able to see which one is faster. So let's try the iMessage in 3, 2, and 1. Now let's move it away. This time when we open up the camera application, right after I open it up, I'm going to tap on the photo. So let's see if I can get it to work. Let's do it in 3, 2, and 1. Now we're gonna have to install the update and then perform the very same speed test one more time with the 11.2, with the brand new version of iOS running on the iPad, and after that we're gonna be able to compare the results in order to see which one is faster. And you know what, we're gonna do one more thing that should be really interesting. I think I have the Lightroom application running on my iPad. If I don't have it, I'm gonna have to download it, but anyways, I'm gonna try to export some kind of edited photo and see how long it's going to take. And after the update, I'm gonna do the very same thing with the very same photo, and then we're gonna be able to see how fast it is in processing photos. So let's do that right now. And here I have the Lightroom photo that I just taken and I performed a quick edit. So as you can see, this is what it looks like now and this is how it looked before. So I performed a quick edit, but anyways, I'm gonna be exporting that photo. So click on this option right here and save to camera roll, and we're gonna be doing maximum available. So we're gonna have to do it in 3, 2, and 1. And we are back, guys. So the iPad in front of me is the very same iPad that I was using before, and now it runs the latest release of the iOS 11, which is 11.2 actually. As you can see, this is the iOS 11.2, so I just performed the update and we can start with the speed test right now. Let's close out all of the open applications just like we did it earlier, and as you can see, I turn on the airplane mode just to confirm that the Wi-Fi and the Bluetooth are completely turned off, so the results are completely fair. And now we can start with the speed test. So the first one that I did was actually the News application, if I remember it correctly. So let's start in 3, 2, and 1. The next application that I performed the speed test on was probably the clock application, so let's do it really quickly here, and let's start in 3, 2, and 1. I actually have to do it one more time because I misclicked, so let's do it in 3, 2, and 1. Let's continue with the next application, and if I swipe up, you can see that I can throw this application away, and the next application was Messages app. So let's do it really quickly here in 3, 2, and 1. The next thing I did was the test of the camera application, so let's do it. 3, 2, 1. And the last speed test I will be doing right here with this iPad is the one with the Lightroom application. So if I swipe right here, you can see that this is the Lightroom app that I was using before. This is the photo that I was exporting before, and now we're going to be doing it one more time in order to see how well it performs now. So let's click on this option right here, save to camera roll, and maximum available in 3, 2, 1. And now let's recap the results. So on the top will be the older version, the iOS 11.1.2, and on the bottom we're going to be able to see like iOS 11.2 results. So as you can see, the one at the bottom is actually slower, meaning that the later version of iOS is slower than the previous one in this test. So as you can see, when I open up the news application, it was slower running the newer version. On the other hand, the clock application opened up faster running the iOS 11.2. The very same thing also applies to the iMessage application that also managed to open up actually quicker than before, so it is definitely a good result. In terms of open up the camera and taking a photo, as you can see, the results are almost the same, so there isn't much to talk about. And here is the comparison of the exporting photo from Adobe Lightroom, and as you can see, it is twice that fast running the iOS 11.2, so this is a significant difference, to be honest. And that would be the end of today's video. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. As you could see, the iOS 11 is faster at some places, but overall it isn't a very big difference. You know, like, you decide if it's worth it or not. Don't forget to subscribe for more speed tests and iOS reviews, as well as Apple Watch stuff and pretty much everything Apple related. So have a nice day and see you in the next one.